Flopsy and the Easter Bunny Olympics, Part 31 of 40. I was pleased to see that having 10 games officials rabbiting the broad jump allowed my fellow 66 bunnies to quickly advance to our final jumping. I sighed as I acknowledged to myself that the absence of wound wart had my spirit flying high. Physically, I was feeling tired but not done in, and I wished I could make my body fly high for our next event. I'd done enough sporting events at school to know that while I was a faster runner than most, that when it came to jumping, I barely qualified as middle of the fluffle. I reminded myself that every event in each separate round counted equally, and even though we hadn't been told our specific places in the running races, I figured I had a good feel for how I'd finished our paw races so far, at least in comparison to my fellow Easter Bunny Games contestants. Even though each event counted equally, I admitted to myself that for our high and triple jumps, I'd simply done my best and moved on. I'd gone through our first jump mechanically, and it wasn't until after we'd finished competing that Cedrinum had reminded me that Jacques Lepin's 12-year-old 122-centimeter high jump remained a world record. Not having made a note of how high I'd managed to jump, I'd had no way to compare myself to that high benchmark. Same was true for the triple jump. I'd done my best and then looked forward to either burdened endurance or steeplechase without giving much thought to how my jump had gone compared to my fellow contestants. Knox had changed the equation by telling us of the just achieved new world record of 3 meters. Lining up in our 10 across sandpit broad jump formation while knowing what constituted greatness increased my interest in my performance. Having a benchmark that I could compare myself with convinced me to apply my best effort when my turn to jump came. Crouching low, I sprang forward with all my might and skill, and at the end of my jump asked the race official how I'd done. Just shy of 2 meters, the official answered mechanically, quickly adding in a more upbeat tone, "But you look good doing it. Good job," before nodding me out of the pit to make way for the next bunny. Just shy of 2 meters, I repeated to myself as I approached our reforming formation, adding, "That can't be very good." Disappointed but not disheartened, I scanned the back of our currently irregularly shaped rectangle. Moving closer, a small knot of tension that I hadn't realized had made its way into my belly relaxed as I scanned for but failed to see wound wart. Spine bustle pushed my negativity away, and I veered more than a bit out of my way to go and speak to her. "How was your jump? Do well?" I asked. "Pretty well, I think," she answered. "Not 3 meters," she said with a smile, her tone indicating that she hadn't expected to equal the world's record, "but a bit over 2.5. You?" "Not as far as you. Good job. I wonder who beat Caniclo's broad jump record." "Whose?" Bustle asked. "Caniclo," I said, surprised at her confusion. "He broke the old world record in Addis Ababa just last year." "Oh, I didn't know," Bustle said with a smile. "I do a lot of jump training. I'd hoped for a little more distance, but those long, intense runs are taking their toll," she said, adding, "Unlike you, I'm more a jumper than a runner." "Really?" I asked. "Well, you do quite well as a runner," I said with multiple nods. "I predict that we'll have the 1,000-meter burdened endurance next. They seem to be trying to combine one longer running event with one shorter. I'm confident they won't make us do the 300-meter steeplechase and the 1,500-meter burdened endurance in one round, but we'll see. Any ill effects from your spill?" "No, I told you, I'm fine. You seemed to be limping earlier." "I'm tired. I do that when I get tired. One more race and we'll see who goes through the final round. I hope you make it," she said with a nod. "I hope you do too. We'll see how it goes. I'm very glad I met you. You're a wonderful friend and a fantastic doe." "You as well," Bustle said before laughing. "Sorry, Buck." "I knew what you meant," I said before stepping forward and offering my nose for a quick rub, a gesture of affection and familiarity that a smiling Bustle performed.